Welcome to Community News, where unity is always the goal for the community. So, I know you're probably looking at the thumbnail and thinking, okay, this lady is crazy.
You're an idiot.
No, not quite. Um, it is my goal to basically decide to create a series where I would be the guidance counselor for the School of Hard Knocks. See, basically, the real problem with life in the hood is crime. I look at these young men who are able bodied, who have an affiliation, who are together. And with that kind of power, you really could do a lot of good. And yet, so often, what happens in our communities is these guys are not shown how to use that same group dynamic that they have in the gang for good. So consider me your neighborhood guidance counselor here at the School of Hard Knocks. So you can keep the crew. You're just going to have to move a little bit different. You are just going to have to move a little bit different. When I look at a place like this, and you may recognize this is the home of the people you just saw in that last clip, those people deserve to have peace in their community. Those people deserve to be able to live in peace. And you, as a member of that community, can do a lot of good. But if you don't, gangs are just a group of people. Criminal organizations get time. And one of the things that we are going to have to start doing as a community is going back to organizing ourselves in groups. And don't think it's just Chicago. Whether you're in New York, Houston, LA, Memphis, Atlanta, it doesn't matter. Those buildings are full of hundreds of people who could use your support. You are outside every day. You're in the parking lot every day. And the question becomes, who's going to stand up for you? If you're a criminal organization, the feds will eventually come and find your address. So if you're a real boss, you got people under you, then you need to lead them in a direction that would help you. So why in the hell would a gang do good? Because you are eventually going to sit in front of a box of 12. Know anything about jury selection? At some point, doing good will allow you to have what are called mitigating circumstances. Because that you run around with all day, those are aggravating circumstances. Ever seen the sentencing phase of a trial? Who the hell is going to stand up for you? Look at these places. You have the ability to fill those places with not only good energy, positivity, you can actually help the kids make a different choice. Look at those kids. Those kids have parents. Parents are voters. Guess who sits on juries? That's correct. Those parents. And so if you are going to start operating less like a criminal organization and more like a gang that's out here for the good of the community, then there are some simple things that you're going to do. So the rest of this series, it is going to be my job as your neighborhood guidance counselor at the School of Hard Knocks to show you how to avoid this particular fate. Because if you are in an urban area, the bodies are going to bring the feds. It is not about the drugs. It is about the deceased. Citizens will stand for it. They're going to call for the city and the state to bring in the big guns. And when they do, they're going to use the drugs as a reason to hit you with the RICO. Now, if you really want to know why the laws are written so harshly against gang activity, this is why. Because see, once upon a time, this is what black gangs looked like. This is the kind of things that black gangs did. See, those citizens sit on juries. Those citizens that have needs that you could be standing outside, you're outside anyway. You mean to tell me that you can't do something like this? You have thousands of dollars in every single last one of those videos. You need citizens on your side, whether they're in the jury box or whether those citizens are going to be at your sentencing phase. Imagine parading 50 people through there that you've given out lunches to, or 50 people you brought diapers for, or 50 people that you have provided some kind of medication or transportation for. You got the money. Black gangs look like that too. You need to add value to your hood. Don't just take from it. Those people there get their gang. They black. It's women and men. They got colors. Nobody ever shoots at them. Look at these dudes. Do they look like they from Beverly Hills, Manhattan, Mag Mile? It's not from the burbs, but they found a way to be community together with other people, and they roll deep. Trust me. I've seen these dudes in action, and believe me, you come for one of them, you come for all of them, and they don't play. You are going to have to stop moving like a criminal enterprise. You can't be mad at the prosecutors, the DAs, law enforcement, and citizens because of the shit you do. You can keep your crew, but you can start doing some shit like this. So those citizens can show up on your behalf, because at some point your freedom is going to be on the line. So if you are interested in continuing this journey with me, follow for part 2.